Guys, since opening of the Boeckle Brothers Academy, we have had awesome interaction from all of our students.
We actually brought 3 of our students right here to Vegas to check out and personally walk through 3 of our luxury flips to do a live Q&A.
They're inside, let's go meet them.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new to the channel, we're the Boeckle Brothers. I'm Landon.
And I'm Jesse. And we flip homes here in Las Vegas. We run a real estate brokerage and a real estate investment company. We also run the Boeckle Brothers Academy, where we take all of that real estate knowledge, package it up, and teach it to our students. Speaking of students, we have 3 students here in our homes today to take a personalized look behind the scenes before they get listed and ask us direct questions. So let's go inside, check them out.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, so we got everybody inside of our first property tour today. Again, this is a luxury property that we have in Red Rock Country Club. First impressions, guys, what do you think?
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah?
Yeah.
So any like initial anything jumping out at you of the design of the house, or is this just cookie cutter, you've seen it all before?
The first thing that jumped out was this room when I first came in here. I was like, I didn't even know you guys were in here, but just this whole like feature wall. I just wondered what it was before. Was it just like the stucco, like that?
It wasn't much to look at all.
Dude, this wall there's nothing on this. And we kind of debated what to do with this wall. We thought about just shiplapping like a little bit up. We thought about doing a short mantle and decided that building it out and adding a little bit more depth to the room with this floor to ceiling build out is the best way to go. And it's pretty inexpensive to do, honestly, as well.
How much would you say that?
So the fireplace is about $1,100 for the fireplace.
This size, yeah.
And then this is all just paneling and trim. So this was probably $1,500 to build out the actual wall.
Yeah, totally.
So total's $2,500.
Really not bad.
Please. I think it makes me like look up.
That's the thing. This room is like the largest area of the house. Everywhere else, not that the house is small, but has normal ceiling heights. So when you walk in, you kind of want to accentuate at least this one spot where you have the height.
Yeah, this house is only a 3,500 square foot house and it has a small kitchen. So having this big grand entry room, we had to do something here to make it feel very tall and large. So
Looks great.
that's what we did there.
Yeah, the vaulted ceilings with the master staircase always looks nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's actually a brand new staircase as well. So we replaced the entire banister on it. I think that cost us about $12,000 to do.
That's another thing that a lot of these homes are really dated and make it look dated, is like the old spindles and the curved wood and all that stuff. So this is actually a really simple design that we do. It couldn't get a lot more expensive from there, but by doing this, it just gives it such a nice facelift right away when you walk in.
Yeah, one thing I want to ask you guys, the floors we're using, they're a little dirty now, could be cleaned of course, but these are VCT. Typically in these luxury $1.5 plus flips, we put tile in all of them.
Yeah.
But the VCT that's come out nowadays is so nice. Do you think that it's an advantage to use VCT, or do you think we should have used tile?
To be honest with you, I didn't even notice that it was vinyl.
Really?
I just looked it over. My wife has a flooring company. We do this in a lot of our flips and rentals and stuff. And to be honest with you, it didn't occur to me. I just thought, okay.
The floor looks nice.
It looks nice, but I just assumed it was ceramic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
I just looked at it, I was like, oh, the floor is nice, it's light colored, but I didn't stop to say, what materials.
Okay.
So it looked great.
That's good to hear, because it kind of makes us nervous to do things like this. We don't do them often. Hot market, very high quality VCT floors, but us mentally steering away from tile and at this price point was kind of hard for us to do.
So the big one that you guys did the big tile.
Yeah.
Big tile.
Yeah.
It then needed it.
Yeah.
But these, 2 years ago, I would have never even thought about putting VCT in a house of this price point. But now I'm seeing it more, and I think we can do it too.
How much do you save?
Oh,
It's a lot.
this is probably a $20,000 difference from tile to the VCT floors. In that big house, it was a $36,000 difference.
Yeah.
But I think that made the house.
Yeah.
Let's go check out dining room and kitchen.
Let's do it.
Nice little area. We haven't finished all the landscape yet, kind of like we were mentioning, but the plan is to give it like a green backdrop right there with some small trees or something. Yeah, something so you're not just staring at a wall, and then light it up. So you're having dinner at night and it's actually a nice little thing to look out there at.
Yeah. Are you guys adding all of this?
We did.
Okay.
Was not
Right.
there. No, I mean, it was just blank essentially,
Yeah, no, it
just the
was
texture.
really good.
So even just doing, you know, half like the chair rail height and then like just the entryway kind of designates this area, dresses it up a little bit. And again, it's all just wood trim and paint, and it's not that expensive to do.
How do you guys feel about the textured walls versus the skin coat?
I love the smooth coat walls. It's just such a big dollar amount
big
to
chunk.
do, because you got to do the whole house.
Yeah.
This is just so common in Vegas. Like every wall is an orange peel
Yeah.
textured wall. So to skim, to skim the entire house, I mean, that's a very expensive job to do right.
But I love
It's
it.
like manual labor. Somebody's got to sit there. And,
I love it though.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish.
It's big in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, this kitchen was pretty difficult because it's so small though. Using all light colors makes it feel larger and brighter. A lot of the times right now we're doing like the black hood boxes and black islands, but in this one we decided to go all light colors to make it feel bright and a little bit larger than it truly is.
And really, it's just not large for what I would hope this house has.
Yeah.
Generally, this is a pretty good sized kitchen. Like anybody would normally be pretty happy with this, but at this price point and coming into this nice neighborhood and you're on the golf course, it just figured like the house really deserves more, but we tried to make it the best that we can.
Any thought about combining the kitchen and dining room?
Possibly, there's just like so much work to do that, and then the different ceilings and stuff, and we've done that before.
dining area now.
Yeah, we've done that before, and we could probably combine it, do an eat-in island or something like that, but this was just a lot easier to stay in budget, keep the rooms and the walls the way they are, and just do cosmetics only.
I love how you guys did the peninsula and the island. Like you said, even though it does like shrink the space, it still makes it feel like a big kitchen. You have a lot of workspace, a lot of like counter.
I was worried about this because it's so skinny.
Yeah. No, I mean like if you're coming in here and you like cooking, like this even though you do think it would have a bigger kitchen, it's like this feels like a good place to come in and cook. What's up, you guys? My name is Will Wall, and I'm out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the Boeckle Brothers. We just recently joined the academy because we're flipping 20+ homes a year out in Los Angeles, but nothing in the luxury space like these guys. So hopefully getting out here, getting to learn from them firsthand will give us that extra step that we need to make that happen next year.
Little touch that I really like on the front of this. So since this was going to be a room that you're sitting down in and looking at your feature wall, you're probably not going to sit here, face your back to that and look inside the kitchen. Plus there wasn't a whole lot of room to even have chairs and stuff, so just throwing on one more slab kind of makes it look a lot more custom and hides the fact that you can't sit here anyway.
Yeah.
Good point.
Just looks like a big block of custom quartz.
Yeah.
You guys trying to match it up?
Yeah, they even ran it pretty well. It's not perfect, but the lines are pretty close. Gives you that impression, yeah.
One thing that this house really needed because of how small the space was this slider behind here. So we did add this slider in to the brand new backyard. So let's go check that out as well.
Yeah. When we were looking at this all demoed out, knowing that we're putting a pool in, should we put
That's what I was thinking.
should we put it over there? Because you kind of look through it a little bit better, even though you grab great windows already. We just figured at the end of the day to come out under a covered patio made a lot more sense than coming out.
Yeah.
How much did it
Straight
cost
over there.
to get this size and like cut it out?
This door probably with the door, the material, and installed and patched and figured out with the beam and everything was probably around, is it 15?
Probably around 15.
Somewhere around there, yeah. This is a pretty short door in terms of how
Yeah.
big these things get. It's not tall and it's not very many panels. More panels you add, taller you go, bigger the glass, it starts to add up pretty fast.
For sure.
No, it looks really nice. I think you almost have to have something like this at this price point.
I agree.
Everything.
For sure.
You're not going to have your regular slider.
regular white
or
No.
French
slider.
door.
Yeah.
Especially when
This
you
is what the
have,
people are going to be looking
Yeah.
for that price.
And this is all you had. There was no door there.
Oh, that was
This
it.
was your exterior
This
access
is just
to the
completely
house.
closed off.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was just windows like that wall
Yeah.
was. So it made the entire room feel even smaller, but now you got the floor to ceiling glass, plus the door that opens up when you can open it. The whole space opens up quite a bit.
Really nice.
Obviously the most important aspect to this house was installing the brand new backyard with the brand new pool and spa.
Because there was a whole lot of nothing back here before. There was just flat grass that rolled right into the dirt, and it didn't even do any justice to the fact that we're on a double fairway here, which doesn't happen very often. So you're that much farther away from other homes, that much better of a golf course view. So it really needed to be dressed up back here.
What's the plan on this back wall?
So the back wall is pretty cool. Where the wood is sitting on top of that back retaining wall is actually going to be a fire bar. So it's got a 10-foot long fire bar centered in the middle of that wall. It's also got a smaller fire bar on the back of the spa where Jesse's going.
It's built in right here, recessed.
So the whole back wall is going to have fire. And then a couple feet behind that, built into the ground, is going to be water spitters that spit streams of water over the fire into the pool. So it's a pretty sweet modern feature that's going to happen here once it's done. So we're super excited about having this together. Obviously a major selling point to the house. Yeah. What do you think this backyard cost us though?
I already know, so
I would say 85.
Okay, not too far off. We think we got a really good deal on this. This yard with the turf, the pads, the pool is $60,000.
Not bad.
Yeah, with the pool and everything.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. What's the timeline to finish?
So it's taken a little bit longer than expected. Obviously, COVID and materials and permitting has caused a huge amount of delays. We expect this to be finished in 2 weeks, but total time frame has been over 6 months.
Which is very unusual.
It's put us a little bit behind on the construction side of this property. House has been done for 2 months already, and the pool is what we're waiting on.
Did you guys have the plan to put the pool when you guys were buying it?
Oh yeah.
It was like already bid out.
Yeah.
I'm Vlad. I'm based out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I joined the Boeckle Brothers Academy because I wanted to learn a little bit about the stuff they're doing with the MLS and a little bit more about luxury flips.
So we bought this house at 1.110, so 1,110,000. We put about 220,000 into it with the pool and the interior rehab, and we plan to list it and sell it at 175. So with that being said, we should make anywhere between 200 and 250 on it.
Okay, we're out here at property number 2 for the day. This is our single story, again, inside the same neighborhood, Red Rock Country Club. We got the crew about to go in and look at this one that is underway, about halfway through construction. So this is really cool. They get to see this house in the process of being finished and not totally finished yet. Maybe help us make some decisions. So let's bring them inside.
So this property is actually 2,500 square foot. We sold a model match to this property last year for $970,000 fully renovated. We actually bought this property for $1,035,000.
And when we're all finished, now this property's worth somewhere close to like 135-ish.
Yeah, so the ARV on this, just from the get-go, is 135. There's nothing available under 1.5 in Red Rock right now. So fully renovated, single story on the course. Maybe we could list this thing at like 1,399 and land somewhere there. And if we do, it's a pretty decent base hit, probably like 150 to 175,000.
Big difference in the work compared to the house we just left is we actually had to reconfigure a lot of stuff. Where at that house, we left everything where it was and just did like for like. This house, the original floor plan is very closed off. Actually, like this is all wall where we're standing right here. And it jots over here, and the only way to get from this side of the house to this side of the house is through a little opening this way. And then the kitchen is about this size originally. So by removing all of this, which we know it's not load bearing, we did it in the other house we've done, we can open the whole kitchen up to the rest of the house and give it something a little more grand.
Yeah, there's also a divider between these rooms here. So right where I'm standing against this was a divider between these 2 rooms. So it made this area feel super closed off. So what the plan is now, as you can see, we put a light box in here. We're gonna take the floor and trade the interior of that space with the flooring, hang a light from it. So this will be formal dining area here. That will have a nice light and be kind of formal entry room sitting area there. And then of course you got the breakfast bar island with the main living area here. Right. We'll hang a big TV on it, and you know, it's a much better, more useful use of the space, and it feels a lot more open than it did before.
Definitely. The only thing we couldn't fit into this budget was a slider.
Yeah.
So it would have been sweet and going out to the covered patio, you know, right in the backdrop of your dining room, or on this side even. Just wasn't in the budget.
Yeah. Notice one thing that we look for with these luxury flips, we're not buying stuff that backs major arterials. We're not buying stuff that doesn't have a pool or potential to have a pool at this price point. You know, a lot of these are either on the golf course or have an oversized lot. So there's certain specifics and criteria that you want to look for when buying these price point homes. You know, these are specs that are of demand. You know, an oversized lot for a big family. If it doesn't have that, it's got to be on the golf course. If it doesn't have either of those, it's got to have a really nice pool. So there's certain things on these higher end properties that we look for, and we try to steer away from and just make a very hard no to anything backs a major street or a major neighborhood arterial. We just don't buy those.
Yeah. What was the rehab on this one?
Rehab on this one's pretty light. I think this one's probably close to about 100,000.
Just over probably.
Yeah. 2,500 square foot, which, you know, is just over 30 bucks a foot for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after all, I mean, although this is another example of like a cookie cutter luxury house where yes, we had to move a few walls, but other than that, it's a quartz top, same cabinets as the house that came in before, different, you know, skew of VCT, but same quality, same material. It's just a different application into this house. So the bedroom opens up to the pool. It's got its own access. And then the bathroom, pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, so
Big shower.
Yeah.
So the idea is to have 2 fixed panels, floor to ceiling here, with just a open walkway in the center. It actually doesn't spill out into the room at all. And then instead of doing a niche or multiple niches, we just figured out how to build this kind of pony wall, essentially, hide all of our plumbing in it. Then you have a gigantic shelf and you can decorate it, put all the soaps and whatever you need in it.
But in here you can see just to custom, make it feel more custom. Instead of pulling VCT from, you know, the main areas of the house into the master, we decided to use the 24 by 48 floors in here, which match the shower so that it feels like it's a much more custom room than the rest of the house.
I like it. It looks.
are you guys designing all this yourself, or do you guys get
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. We've hired a designer that does some of the cookie cutter jobs, but anything over $1 million, we design ourselves.
Like we came out here and decided how to lay it out, where to put what. She gave us a design package on this house and we used it for handles, a couple lights, I think the faucets.
We can't help ourselves from changing
And that's
everything
it.
she wants.
But she gives us some good ideas and then we put our ideas in.
She gets the ball rolling.
Yeah.
You guys, oh, I can use this, I can do this,
Yeah.
just change it up.
We don't have to use everything she says, but she has some good ideas.
Yeah. that's-
Once again, in here, we'll use the big custom black frame mirrors as well. Pops really, really nice against the shiplap. And then same for the makeup counter behind you. So
What
really
made you
user
guys
friendly.
go shiplap versus, you know, just leaving the sheetrock versus tiling it or whatever?
We like to put some sort of backdrop behind the master mirrors. It just gives like a little luxury feel to it. Shiplap's one of the easiest things we can do. We could tile, it gets a little more expensive, so this was a pure budget decision.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
And the
Once the mirrors are
black frame mirror against the white shiplap, it looks really nice, really custom. So
These actually need to, this looks like this needs to move, and then we have another one here so that this, or is this gonna be one mirror in the center?
now this is gonna have to go here.
Yeah.
We'll have one big mirror here.
Right.
And then another one here, and then another light here, another big mirror, and then the light. So there should be 4 sconces and 2 big mirrors. So for a small house, nice little yard, oversized pool, and it just simply sits in a really nice spot on the course, sits on the lake,
On the green.
on the green. No chance of getting hit by balls really here. We haven't had any issues. So overall, just a really nice situation for this little house.
And this was all landscaped, the way we found it. So we had to fix one piece of the pool that a root was pushing it up. We'll probably add some plants just to make it feel like it's a little bit updated from where we found it.
and then just repaint the deck.
Other than that, all this stuff is pretty much staying. It's nice.
Yeah.
I can't make it much better, so why spend money just to make it different?
Right.
A lot of the times, the less landscape you do, the better sometimes, because people come in and you spend, you know, 10,000 on landscape and they'll come in and do something completely different with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, honestly, they would have bought the house either way, whether you did it or not, especially on the mid-level and lower level homes. You get these yards that are all rock and you want to do something to it. and you'll go spend a couple grand on turf. I'm sure you've done that, Vlad, where you try to just like put a turf patch in. The turf patch is not going to help someone buy it or not buy it. Save the money, let them do what they want to do with it. So a lot of the times, over landscaping could be an issue. Sometimes we overthink these designs because you think like everything's got to be just perfectly new and modern, and then you get someone that buys it and changes everything without you even knowing.
Like, I actually wanted that old wall.
Right.
I get a lot of people struggle with the same things. A lot of times I'll look at something, I'm like, oh, it needs to be like this. It needs to be like, because I'm like in my mind what I'm thinking. But like you said, you know, you get to a point where you figure out like it's not helping the sale. You're not going to get more space in your head that you think if you were the buyer. If it looked like this, you jump all over it.
Right.
Hi, my name is Fernando Marquez. I'm a part-time investor from the Kansas City, Missouri metro area. I wholesale, I flip, I do buy and hold, and I decided to join the academy because we met with Ryan Pineda's All-Star Flippers. So I saw that they started putting out an academy of their own to do these high-end flips. So it just seemed like a natural fit to, you know, to learn from them and level my game up.
So we're here at our last property and our newest luxury flip about to hit the market at 2.2 million.
Boys, come on inside.
Let's show the boys this one. So what's funny is on this one, this used to have a concrete path through it, and we asked our landscaper, we're like, hey, what do you think it would cost to pull up all this concrete and put down pavers? And the next day we come here and all the concrete's out.
No number,
I remember that.
no response, no number, no bid.
You got after it.
No numbers on it. He just comes and pulls all the concrete out the next day.
Which, look, I appreciate the work ethic, but what if the number's not right?
Well, now it has to be a good number, or guess what you're doing? You're pouring brand new concrete.
Yeah.
So we decided to put pavers in all the way through, herringbone them. I think a huge upgrade from the street to the house.
Yeah.
Created a really nice courtyard. Something super affordable that we did is use the golden chat or the golden gravel as landscape. Really affordable, goes a long way, but it looks pretty modern if you use it with the correct plants or in the correct, you know, areas.
Like even in here, this is an area that almost every room in the house looks into. So you could easily put a little furniture out here, chairs, benches, like this is now something nice to look into versus something that nobody used.
Yeah.
This is a model match to one of Tyler's flips that he
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember he had like a little fountain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he did a fountain there. And then we've been using this black mulch a lot, which is kind of something new that we've been using. Also very affordable compared to like River Rock and other, you know, more expensive materials. And it looks really good with the green plant, you know, pops against the green.
Yeah.
So it really looks nice. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Similar floors.
Yeah.
House is nice and warm.
Okay, so you guys did the same floors on this one?
Same floors on this one. So hard to believe, all three properties that we toured today, we bought off the MLS. This one we actually paid 1.4 million for.
Wow. Yeah, I think we did, was it 1425 for this?
1425.
And then we put 230, 250?
Yeah, we're about 250 into it.
I guess with everything all included.
And we'll resell this house at 2.2 million, or we'll go to market at 2.2.
Did the same staircase.
Same guy did both houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you guys make on it, like 400?
At that we make about 400.
Yeah.
About 375 at 2.2.
How long have you owned this?
So this one along with the
also.
other one, so the other one, pool has caused a lot of delays. This one, GC, caused a lot of delays. So we've had this one for almost 6 months now.
Got it. What were the big delays from him?
He just tried whatever, the kitchen and all that. He just had personal issues and business issues that happened right as we had bought these homes.
Got it.
And so it caused him to kind of take a step back from his business, and unfortunately his whole business suffered because of that. Yeah. So did we. Since then he's back on the horse, everything's good, like he's working for us, and we got it finished. It just added 2 months.
2 to 3 months that you weren't
to exactly.
A lot of work, a lot more work went into this house, material-wise, and just moving walls.
Yeah.
Where Jesse's standing and under you guys, obviously we have a big exposed beam here that we thought was really cool to keep.
Pretty awesome.
I thought it would be sweet to like keep it exposed like that since we're already putting wood throughout the house.
Yeah, so these rooms had a big divider this way, so there's only a small hallway here. Also, those rooms had a big divider as well.
This was closed off completely. So it totally separate room, only enter through there, and then this ended up being or feeling like a much smaller room since you had that wall there and this was closed off here.
That's impressive. Yeah, that beam is...
It's sweet.
It's very nice. I like that.
And then they threw in black hardware. We used black hardware throughout here, a lot of black accents. The door, most of the ones we always order come in that black aluminum. And instead of, we weren't able to do 2 sliders, which was the original plan, but we had to dial back the budget a little bit. So painting these black still kind of gives you the same look along this wall.
Yeah.
And it's still nice, double French doors.
So fireplace wall, very similar to Pine Hollow. So when we come up with a concept that we like, we use it a couple times. Materials, same thing. Just makes it easier to turn and burn these deals. So similar wall to Pine Hollow. Looks great. Very, contrasts very well against the floors and the natural woods. Once again, we hang a TV in every high-end house. So turnkey, fully functional family room.
In the dark too, huh?
Yeah.
Like you talked about Pine Hollow.
Yeah.
I like the dark.
What's cool about this is we actually posted this and Pine Hollow slabs on social media and asked people's opinions on them, and we actually used them. So turned out really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Painted the back wall black. This was kind of questionable on our end. We had a lot of discrepancies on this project with the GC in terms of what was supposed to be done and what actually got done. This from that corner this way was actually supposed to be a secret walk-in pantry to go behind, and then the kitchen was supposed to be pushed out a couple feet this way against this new faux wall. But this is what we ended up getting. These were all white. We said we need a little bit more contrast in here, so they painted them all black. And I think
Kind of dramatic though, but it's cool.
A little different, a little dramatic, but it adds a lot of depth to the room. So what do you guys think about that?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, especially with this black, with that, with the wood, it gives it, like you said, some different colors, different textures. It looks nice.
And that's your pantry now. So try to give those, you saw those big pull-out drawers and stuff. I mean, that's really that side and that side is your whole pantry in this kitchen.
No, the color looks good because you started off over here with a little bit darker colors. It breaks up,
This kind of has everything in it.
Yeah.
Some of everything.
It's got a lot of storage. It's got a lot of cabinets in it. It just makes the kitchen feel really big. Some things that we took from Pine Hollow as well as the underlit.
One of the biggest,
which is
biggest
super
things,
nice.
This wall wasn't here. This was a door outside.
Yeah.
So this was a double door out to the courtyard, where there's like a little square where we planted across it, painted it, you can't really tell. But basically what it did is make this a galley kitchen. So you only had 2 sides.
Right.
And this is a totally unused wall because of it. So close it off, you can use the front door. I don't think anybody would probably ever use that door anyway. And it got a whole 3rd kitchen wall now to move a big appliance on, open up some space.
Look at all the cabinets you got.
Yeah.
Unlimited amounts of space. A little bit higher end of an appliance package in here, 48-inch range. Got the upgraded island pull-out microwave as well. So, on these larger kitchens, larger properties, you got to go with the bigger range. We had a 36 in here. We actually had them, it was already built in, everything was done. Looked at it, said it doesn't work, it's too small. They had to cut the counters, cut the cabinets out so we could fit the 48. So definitely something that we had to do and are happy we did.
I like the tile to the ceiling on both sides.
Yeah.
Underlit, just for you.
Yeah, I like that.
And those are really inexpensive upgrades.
Yeah.
Light and a transformer.
That really makes everything just stand out so much more. It's really inexpensive.
Right. And then what we liked, we were gonna just waterfall this on both sides, but we liked the one side waterfall with the breakfast bar here. Plenty of space to sit and eat. It's actually a big countertop. We were thinking about dropping it down and then having it come over, but just this island being this big and all one size just feels really, really big in this kitchen. This, we scratched our heads over and over and over again on this backyard because it's one large concrete yard. And we're like, should we break out half that yard and add a bunch of turf to it? What do we do?
Because there's no yard.
There's no yard.
We probably met here 10 times.
A giant
we're
pool.
like, we should, we shouldn't. We should, we shouldn't. And at the end of the day, it just is what it is. We left it the way it is. We just dressed it up as best we could. I think the wood was probably the best addition we could have done.
Yeah.
No, it gives it a different feel for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a bungalow feel back here, sort of
it's just
thing.
like treated lumber that's stained.
Yeah, so it's pressure treated. It's
treated.
for exterior, and then we just pick out a nice color stain we like. And I actually put this in my house and then hired the same guy, and I was like, just copy what you did.
For us to make any major modifications on this yard would have been 25, 30,000 in modifications. The wood wall was 7,500 bucks all the way around.
And all these walls over the last couple of years, they're all going horizontal.
Yeah.
Fencing, everything's all horizontal instead of vertical, and it looks so much better.
Yeah.
I think there was a day we were so unable to make a decision that we considered chopping the pool because it's so big. We were like, around here we were gonna cut it, and that's big enough, and then use this area as like grass or turf or something space.
Yeah. We did retile the interior of the pool with a new dark tile. So that's nice to have. It was kind of a dated peach tile. And then we resurfaced the entire cool deck and two-tone painted it. So I think it came together nice, especially now that it's staged and cleaned and finished. All the planters have really nice lighting against it. So at night, the plants and the walls lit up real nice. So. And this one versus the last one, a little bit of a higher end carpet as well.
Yeah, pattern's different.
So just trying to be conscious of the levels of interior. That needs to be trimmed in and fixed.
Resprayed.
Yeah. And I think just trimming it in would look nice.
So this was actually pretty closed off too. This was wall across, one little entryway with some windows in it. Just didn't feel as open as it could. Very easy to take out. Leave this in so you have separation. It's not just one giant room.
And then we always like to make sure that the homes feel cohesive throughout. So same tile, same natural wood that is on the fireplace downstairs comes to the master upstairs.
Oh, that's nice.
This is the coolest part.
Yeah.
This is a nice, warm feeling, inviting.
Yeah, that's a nice view too.
Warm and comfortable.
Yeah.
It's very inviting.
Sick, huh?
This is a nice little spa sort of feeling. So the way that this was situated, this center area was actually a deck tub that came like out to here. So you really felt like you had to walk in and around a tub to go back and forth. Didn't have flow, wasn't very open.
Two small vanities because they had to squeeze between the tub.
So we turned this into, a bench now, fully usable, got storage underneath it. And we were a little bit worried about moving the tub over there. Is that gonna be enough space? Worked out totally fine, decorated the nice corner. So she's got a nice little area to do that.
How many dudes can we fit in a shower?
Probably all of us. This week on 5 Guys in a Shower.
No, this is nice. Now this is a steam one, right?
This is not technically a steam, there's no steam unit in it, but by putting the fixed panel and then the vented, you can close it off and fully steam it up.
Yeah, you got like 6 heads, 3 heads and then 2 body sprayers in here. This thing will steam right up real quick, so.
And this is the same backflash and tile that you had in the other ones?
Yeah.
So a lot of it very standard.
Same hardware?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still able to make each bathroom feel different house to house, even though we're using the same
You have
thing.
the 2 sconces and you have the mirror in the middle, so that's assuming what you're gonna do in the other one, but just different sconces.
Yeah,
and then on
different look.
On this one, at this price point, we did build out a custom closet. It's actually
really
built out by the Container Store, which is pretty cool. And they do a really good job.
So they just come and build out all the spacing and all the container areas?
Yeah, they come and bid it out, and this is the work they do.
These are all like really nice stuff too, like
full mirror in here to check yourself out.
push open, soft close.
Everything's adjustable as well.
The container store?
Yeah.
Really? Now what does something like this run you?
So this is probably 12,000.
Probably close
And
to
they
that,
do these custom cutouts on the windows?
Yeah.
Wow, this
They fit this to the room. They come to the room, measure it up for you, come in and install it.
You got the full shoe rack, yeah. These are all adjustable by height, so it's a pretty cool closet.
And then this was our mirror guy.
That kind of money. This is what.
Yeah, this is what you want.
This is what you want. This is what they're going to be looking for.
You have to appeal to the ladies and the wives, and if they walk in and this just had regular wire shelves or one shelf across, it's But they come into this where they could see their purses and bags and a full-length mirror to look at myself and
It's all custom.
That's what they want. That's what sells a house.
And dude, when the women walk in the kitchen and the bathroom, like if you don't make those two pop, I love the bathroom there.
Yeah.
Like that is a perfect spot. A woman would walk in and be like, I want it.
Right.
I want that bath.
Right. This is the field.
So I had an awesome time with you guys today. I'm really glad we were able to show you some of our homes. Did you find it valuable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any cool new ideas for your own stuff?
Absolutely.
Would you recommend it to everyone else to come and do this with us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, well, you guys heard it here. A lot of value, a lot of good stuff today. We love sharing it. If you have any questions of anything we covered, anything you saw in our homes today, drop us a comment and we will get back to you.
If you're interested in learning how to flip real estate like we do, check out the Boeckle Brothers Academy.com. And until then, we'll see you on the flip side.